Happy Aloha Friday, Hulahans.
Woo! Yes,
Danny Root, Johnny Brath.
the weekly holiday is here in Hawaii.
It sure is, and we're not so festive today, Johnny. We might have to do something about that.
I'm repping the Kamehameha schools.
You got
Sure.
Kamehameha schools going on. That's good. I'm just black. You're dark
Yeah.
blue. Maybe a
No
little more
Aloha Friday
festive.
shirt.
Maybe a
No
little more
Aloha
festive in
shirt.
the future. We'll see.
All
We'll work
right.
on that.
I'll buy you some Aloha shirts too, Danny. Send them your way,
Hey,
bro.
right on. Careful,
Yep.
careful all these offerings you're doing, Johnny. People are gonna start taking you up on like, hey, send me something. Hey, I mean, my parents are ready to move to Maui and let you take care of them. So,
If you're nice to me, I'll show you where my secret spots are.
ooh, cook some
That's the
banana
thing.
bread.
Well, yeah, that and just the secret spots for clothes and different things that are specific to Maui, you know?
Mm, I like it. We'll hit
Yep.
a little bit more on that later, but wanted
Yeah.
to kind of celebrate a little bit. Yeah, there's been a kind of an uptick in interaction on the YouTube channel, and which is fun for us. We like to
Yeah.
interact with people. You kind of started off just this sort of weather report of us talking about listings and kind of what's going on. It's slowly transformed into a bit of a conversation, maybe bringing some controversy, some polarizing topics, what's going on, and then just kind of talk about life on the island, a little bit of history. But you wanted to give a quick shout out, huh?
Yeah, man. So shout out to Em. You know, she was the first person that reached out, kind of explained what her desire was and what she's looking for on Maui and a budget, and still looking forward to meeting her. We text here and there, and looking forward to her coming over and visiting, meeting her in person. And then C shout out to him. Mahalo for reaching out. Looking forward to him potentially being part of the community. First responder, so we definitely need those over here. So yeah, man, just feels good, you know, Danny. I mean, the whole reason for this program is that I hate chasing leads. I hate the idea that there's a lead, you know, as a person. And I've just
Yeah.
always hated this process of nurturing leads. So this is hopefully going to be our nurturing, just kind of talking story, letting people know who we are, how we show up, how we do real estate, personalities. And, you know, it's like a little job interview where they can go, these guys seem like idiots. I'm not going to work with them. And then, you know, done. They don't have to say anything. So, you know, I really, really appreciate it. This is the intention. Everybody says social media is where you're supposed to get your business. And I treat social media like a zoo of my past, right? So,
Yeah.
yeah. So anyway, I'm not very, very active on there. So yeah, anyway, that's what this is all about.
And that's fun.
And
Just to give you a glimpse of, yeah, what we're about and what we do. And if you like it, reach out. And if you're even thinking about it, I mean, we're not here to push you one way or the other. If you want to even explore the idea of it, and even it might make sense for you, it might not. We meet with a lot of people that decide not to, and it's
totally.
not for me. It's not for me. And that's okay.
That's what the true job is, right? It's just walking people through what it's going to look like and then guiding them so that they can make a personal choice. And when I've done that, whether the choice is for or against what would benefit me, I think I've done a job well done, you know,
Yes.
because I don't ever want to have somebody say, dude, what did you do to me? Why did you sell me this place? And now I'm stuck here and I hate it, you know?
You makes me move out
So,
here.
yeah, you
Even though
did this to me,
even
John.
though you'll go to the grave telling everybody that Maui is the best island in the world and they should all be here, the reality is they won't all be, and it's not for them because various reasons. But one, Johnny, you're telling me about what's going on with this suitcase thing.
Oh, dude. So last day we're on in San Diego, you know,
Yeah.
the wife's kind of realizing. So we just roll with the we fly standby. My wife gets a little benefit, so we never ever check in a bag. But this time she's bought so much crap, and then we have to go to Trader Joe's that we stop
Mm.
by TJ Maxx to buy a bag that we're now going to check in. So now I've got carte blanche at Trader Joe's, right? And I'm a kid in the candy store, bro. Like I'm literally, I put back 4 pounds of gnocchi because I realized this thing's going to be heavy, man. So
Oh, it's gonna
this
be
is
smoky.
this is what you do. Like Hawaii people now know Trader Joe's. We get addicted to weird stuff. Like when I first moved back home, cookie butter was a rage. I'd never even heard of cookie butter, but
Mm.
Trader Joe's cookie butter was like a thing for Hawaii people. You go to Trader Joe's because bring me back the cookie butter. In fact, my daughter gave me the chore of bringing back crunchy cookie butter, but I couldn't find it. So she
Mm,
got some dark chocolate covered almonds. I did bring back 2 pounds of milk chocolate with almonds. I may have eaten a third bar while I was in San Diego. I've already eaten through the box of toffee. I did eat through the chocolate covered peanut butter cups. Dude, I mean, French Dijon mustard is $2. I mean, on sale, I'm happy if I pick it up for $4,
yeah.
right? If I could bring back the frozen food section from Trader Joe's, I'd never have to cook again, bro. But that's one thing that I
Bro, you
can't.
going with the dry ice next time.
Oh my God, man. I was like looking for arborio. I had to put back the pappardelle pasta nest because I was like, this is too big. But this is life in Hawaii. You know, part of it is you do bring up back makana to your friends from the mainland. Makana is gifts. I brought back tortillas, gave those to the neighbors, super stoked. And then also just random things from Trader Joe's make great gifts as well.
Yes,
The onion, salt, and just all the different things, man. So this part of life in Hawaii as well. It's at least on Maui, you know, Oahu to me is a whole different animal. Oahu is much like the mainland on an island. They've got a lot more conveniences. They have real businesses with competition. Whereas Maui, we are still so touristic that we're part of that captured audience type of
yeah,
pricing, it feels like. You know what I mean? Like,
exactly.
yeah, so that's just it. And so it's just kind of, you know, the way that if you really wanted to live as cheaply as possible here, it's going to take some driving and some planning. And it's not going to
Yes.
be anywhere on the west side. West side, we seem to have an additional tax on west side. Like
Got to ship
Calais
it to
just
the other
opened
side.
the best plate lunch place on the island. You know, I remember when they were a food truck. I remember when they catered my friend's wedding years ago. Now they started up at Pukalani, Calais Lunchbox, then Maui Lani. Now they opened up Calais in what used to be the old Denny's right by Safeway in the Lahaina Cannery Mall. So Calais had cheap eats that they would put out there, stuff like shoyu chicken, just kind of help out the community. Kind of funny. I watched an article come back where they had to cut off like the takeout orders because people were just ordering like 20 of the $5 cheap eats. You know, they're like, wow, we're going broke here. So anyway, that's $6 now. But when you're on the west side, it's $7. There's always an additional cost for the
Mm,
west side because our rents are more. Because again, we have more of the resort over here at Kaanapali, you know. Not
yeah,
necessarily the case in Kihei. Maybe if Wailea had a grocery store, they'd probably feel it. Um, but
but they
that's
don't.
just it's just the inconvenience, you know. So for me, because I live on the west side, if I'm going to go to Costco, that's going to be an hour away. And I got to
Mm,
bring the little dry ice if I'm going to buy meat and kind of prepare. I never go to Walmart, unfortunately, because it's just too crowded for me. But if you lived Central Maui, South Maui, maybe you're going over there at 9 o'clock and shopping then when it's just not crazy. Everything's over in Central Maui, right? You got Target, you've got the Lowe's, you got the Home Depot, you got an Old Gravy, you've got Costco. So that's all over there. And if you lived in Kihei, depending on where, you're traveling maybe 20, 30 minutes.
yep.
But here in Ma on the west side, it's just inconvenient and expensive. I unfortunately hit an Apili Market so much, and Apili Market's technically part of the Foodland world of restaurants, but or of supermarkets, but they have an additional tax because of close proximity to Kapalua. So like you just go broke shopping there. I
Very
mean,
true.
it's another 3, $4 on top of like Foodland, man.
Yeah,
So,
it
yep,
really
that's
is. So we're
part of it.
talking about inconveniences. Yeah, when we were living Southside Kihei, it was like you make your grocery runs. You go Walmart, you go Island Grocery Depot, you go Costco, all in one trip. Boom, 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 because they all have different things that you really need to cook,
But
the meals that we like to cook. And then we would go over to Oahu all the time to bring 2 suitcases of Oahu. Southwest had free bags then. We'd bring back 180 pounds worth of groceries every time. You know, different Chinese seasonings, spices, vinegars, all the stuff you can't really find on the island, and you can't get on Amazon. Sometimes Amazon's the saving grace, and you can order some things off Amazon and you get the free shipping and it comes to your door and it's pretty cool, but some things they don't ship or they're just ridiculously expensive.
That's a trippy thing, dude. Like Whole Foods on, on Maui Mall and Kahului, some of the cheapest produce I've come across, man. And then,
Mm.
if you use the card that's associated with your Amazon Prime, you get another 10%. So that's another strategy. But once again, I'm on the west side, right? So now that's all the way over there. That's a whole nother, I call that full contact shopping, all the hippies over there and just everybody. It's
And
so
when you're
crowded and
driving a big old Ford Raptor, I mean, you got to count
tough to
the
park,
gas
bro.
cost to drive all the way to the other side. So some of the
Facts.
inconveniences, in
Yep.
addition to that, we were talking as well. I mean, you need to get something fixed on your one of your vehicles. What were they telling you? Like a
Oh
month
yeah, Doug
out?
was telling me, Doug Segundo, he's like, oh, he just put in a battery for me. So, because I didn't want to have to go deal with that. So I got a mobile guy. But he was looking, I was kind of explaining that I got something going on where my oil filter screws into the actual engine. They've told me in the past it's really something's going on there. It needs to be repaired because they have a difficult time taking it off. And he was like, oh, he goes, West Maui Foreign Auto would take care of that. But he goes, I hear they're about a month out. So you would literally have to schedule your repair a
A
month
month
in
out.
advance.
Yeah,
That's what dermatologists, Dr. George Martin, 3 months in advance, right?
at
This is just
least
island
three to
living,
six
bro.
months. Yeah.
You live on Maui here, you got good insurance. They can't take care of you on Maui. They need a specialist. The insurance pays for you to go to Oahu. Again, just inconvenient. And there's just little things about living on an island that I just live with it, man. I just always have. But a lot of people don't realize Instacart doesn't exist. There's no such thing.
No cane.
Drones, drones from Walmart, not yet. Some things, and this is kind of like, you got to get used to it. But I have the Target app, so I can order and then just pull in. 2 hours later, they'll bring it out to the truck. Um, can do some of that at Safeway, but again, just all this, additional thinking. Whereas the mainland, it's just like freaking Instacart, man. Like
You got a bazillion
Amazon,
options or Amazon
Amazon in
one
San
hour.
Diego, they're like, oh, do you want us delivered between 4 and 7 a.m.? And then they take a picture and they send it to you that they've delivered it. I was like, whoa, this is crazy over here, man. We are so far behind the times. So I was kind of figuring out, like, why is it that, we do charge so much? I was watching this one Tita, that's a local girl, and she's an influencer, but she was kind of talking about the Jones Act. So
Mm.
the Jones Act kind of comes into play there a little bit. I sent you some stuff from Grok that I pulled up, but basically,
Yep.
Jones Act came up in the 1920s, and basically, all you can do for shipping is Matson because that is a boat that was built in America. It's being run by Americans and it's owned by Americans. So that's the only way you can bring stuff to us. If it comes internationally, it can't touch any US ports, but that's how some way they can get it in here. But I
Hmm.
was like, man, is that why prices are so high? So I hit Grok with, hey, I'm paying 300% more. Grok was like, no, you're not. You're paying like maybe 100, 150% more than some stuff. I was telling you, I was using mayonnaise. So if you
Yeah.
don't know it, Hawaiians love mayonnaise, bro. If you make beef stew, you make
Absolutely.
chili, they put a big scoop of mayonnaise on that. And it must be Best Foods. We'd accept Hellman's, but that's east of the Rockies, right? So only Best Foods. Bruh, it's $9, eight and change for Best Foods mayonnaise right now. Like Hawaiians are
Wow.
going through, like they're stressing. Yeah, only, but
Max
the
sellers.
smart ones are buying the big ones at Costco. I just don't
Yeah.
like the big one because by the time that thing's at the bottom, I'm getting mayonnaise on my hand because you got to dig down. So I don't like it. So anyway,
So you paid
mayonnaise
the nine
stories.
bucks.
That's what had me looking into it. I was at Smart and Final in Coronado, and I want to say it was either $2 or $3 for Best Foods. And then I was just like, so you're telling me that I have to pay more because you ship it to me, but you're also trying to have me believe that shipping adds on an additional $6 to mayonnaise? I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it.
You're not singular shipping one mayonnaise carton to each person. Yeah.
Nope.
I don't
Now,
know.
Amazon
Someone's making it.
Prime is Amazon Prime is a kind of a saver, but like most times things are at least a week out. I remember when
Mhm.
Amazon Prime was 2 days for some things. That happens occasionally. I did order the mayonnaise from Amazon. I don't know if it was the pressure from flying it over, but some of it popped open. It was greasy and weird, so I never did that again. But I am starting to order like paper towels. bro, I went yesterday to Napili Market. I bought single ply. I didn't realize it. I'm gonna hear from my daughter and my wife. But I brought single ply Scott because it was the cheapest option. It was 4 rolls and I paid $9.
Well,
$9. When did paper towels become the most expensive thing you could possibly have in your kitchen? Anyway, dude, just just part
reusable.
part of our Maui life
So
here, man.
this is just one dimension that we want to bring to you, is just kind of the realities of living on the island. When you're on vacation for 10 days, 2 weeks, maybe even a month, you're kind of overlooking some of these things because you're like, no big deal. We're on vacation. This is what we do. You pay for
Yep,
it. You just
yep.
swipe and go. You're not really paying attention to it. When you're day after day, month after month, week after week, making the meals and preparing all the things, you start to kind of look at it, especially when you go back to the mainland or you go somewhere else and you're shopping, you're like, wait, you can get spices for like 99 cents? And you got like 9.99 for, some Italian seasoning at Walmart or something like that. So it
It's the
starts to
only
make
thing
you
that
think,
California is cheaper at than Hawaii, bro. Like we're starting to become on that, and they're above us in gas now.
mm,
Like maybe equal for some places, but on Coronado Island, it was pushing that $8. And
yeah,
I think I got like 450 or 420 when I was over in IB. So it was similar there, Imperial Beach. But housing prices, I love working with Californians when I'm doing these vacation rental condos because they're just like, for the taxes, where I'm like, oh my God, because we pay the least in property taxes in the nation if you own it with all the exemptions and stuff.
so
So,
some
yeah,
things are a
man.
little more attractive, and then other things are not. The inconveniences are real. Getting appointments for different things, even in the real estate process, getting a surveyor out there could be 5 to 6 weeks out. Getting termite tenting can be right now 3 months out, which is a difficulty when you're in a contract situation.
Yeah.
So there's just not a lot of vendors doing the work, and there's a lot of needs for them. So you kind of wait and wait and wait and wait, and you might get a call back, and you might not.
Just know it's not going to operate like the way that you're used to in the mainland for so many things. Like I've seen like, the transfer over of different properties just be so chaotic with like, what would seem so simple in the mainland, just like with Spectrum, like turning something on and turning it off, right? Like Spectrum
Yep.
for each new client, you got to go get your own brand new crap. And if it's a vacation rental and it's being rented, like how do you do all of that and make it work? It could be messy. And so, I pay it every single day though, Danny. There's no place like this to live here, man. And I keep looking, I keep traveling to find it. I haven't found a cheap version of Maui that's worth living, bro. So that's my story,
Worth
and I'm
living.
sticking to it.
There's cheaper versions, but they probably aren't
Well,
worth living.
people are willing to spend so much money on their health and, pay more for, organic food and local this. Well, that's what I'm doing here on Maui. I'm investing in my mental health and my physical health, and it's worth every
The
single
ability to
penny.
surf every day, even if there's no waves.
Oh, finally getting into the groove. So yes, summer sucks for surfing here in Hawaii, but we do get wind swell. So I was surfing wind swell today. I was back at Ironwoods Beach, my beloved. So
There it is. The inconveniences of Maui and why you choose to live there anyway.
that's right. Just a little planning, a little extra planning, and cruise
A
them,
little planning and a little
cruise
just,
them,
eh,
just
it's what
cruise
it
them.
is, right? You
That's
just
it.
do it. You
Yep.
just
Bye. You say that a
do it.
lot. Bye. Bye. I'll do it. Bye. I'll do it later. It'll be later.
Later. Should we jump in,
That's
give them a
it.
little bit of what's going
Let's do
on?
the hula. Let's do the hula, brother.
Hula, hula. Here we go.
Yeah. Bro, this lot here, man, these were bringing some serious cheese back in the day. 700s, pushing eights. This is up in the gated kind of private custom home area of Kealani. We're fans of it. What you're seeing up in the upper areas is the old Wailuku Heights, built in the 80s, early 90s. Great up there as well. But yeah, looking at 598 for this guy here. Just a regular standard size lot, 8560, but the views are nuts.
Oh, those
And
views are
they want
nuts.
598,000. What'd they start this guy out at, Danny?
650.
So, I mean, not showing a ton of motivation. Hit the H there, and let's see if they bought it in the past and now they're trying to flip it. Nope. So fresh out the gates, 650. There you have it, man.
650. We are on another deal I'm involved with. We are under contract in here in
For
the
this lot.
sixes
Okay.
in another lot.
That's it.
So
You're buying the views though for sure. Harbor, North Shore. It's good stuff.
all about the
Very
views.
very convenient.
Sure is.
Hahana Road in Haiku. Got the, well, not the ubiquitous 2 acres, but close, 1.5. It's a 4 bedroom, 3 bath, 1493 square feet. Looks like they've painted on the inside, dropped the vinyl flooring in some areas. LVP works really well here. Um, Marcus got this one here. Started at a very aspirational 1.6. Um, 3 separate entrances. That tells me that there was a bunch of Nohanas in the past. This may be potentially chopped up. I'm liking this price better than I did at 1.6. Where is this in Haiku, Danny? Hit the map real quick. Are we in the boonies Haiku? Are we in dry coup? Are we cold coup? Wet coup? Oh, we're out there a bit. All right. Yeah, not bad.
A little ways, just off the main road though, so not too
Yeah. No.
too
All
crazy.
G. Alpahana Highway. Yeah. Action.
And I guess yeah, you break it into smaller pieces and a couple of rentals and make it work.
Yep. Okay. Ohia Ekealani. So kind of an older section, but they're still building that style there. Usually these types of homes that we're looking at right here are built into a hill. So you really just have, um, it's not quite the 2 story living that you think it might be. Usually you're walking into a garage section there, um, sometimes nothing downstairs, and then just everything that's upstairs. But it has that particular look to it.
Nice looking house.
Yeah,
1,700
man.
square feet,
Yep,
1.395. Kind of now they're down to more market value.
I think so too. Getting there.
1.495 was a bit aspirational.
I believe so. And this is what
I'd,
happens when you come out aspirationally, guys. It's going to sit on the market for a bit and you're just going to keep dropping the price. And it feels like this is taking forever and you're losing money. That's why we're not fans. But hey, it's not our choice. We ask you which one makes sense for you. All righty. We're not going to drop
big
the
dog.
price here. 2.699. This is Sands of Kahana, some of the largest square footage and room counts that you're going to find for a hotel zone vacation rental. Fees are up there. A little funky. There's something called a sandwich lease at Sands of Kahana. So you're buying fee simple, but the person that had the lease still wanted to get some money out of it. So that'll run till 2036. You pay this additional 835. And then that would potentially go up. Look, these guys are willing to sell off 25% shares in this. I lived at Sands of Kahana myself. I taught my daughter how to swim in the pool. Great thing is that there's a great restaurant there that people are familiar with. Captain Jack's from the Wharf Cinema Center in Lahaina has bought up the Dollies and then also the Beach House. And now they have a Captain Jack's in there. But yeah, if you're looking for large square footage, you don't want to pay Honuakai prices. Sands of Kahana is an alternative. They're losing the beach though, along with everybody else that's on this strip. So one caveat there.
There it is.
And I think that's aspirationally priced myself.
Yes, agree.
Nehu Place in North Kihei. So that's an Ohana that we're looking at there up on top. Ooh, virtual showing. Man, bring the Arizona Saltillo tile
There
to Maui.
it is.
On a
Bit
price per
dated.
square foot basis, dude, this is showing up as a deal more and more. Lots
Sure is.
larger, 9108, depending on where the house, this main house sits, you may have some development opportunities. So 4 bedrooms, then you got this 1 bedroom, 1 bath. That's that upstairs space that we saw. This is a bank-owned property here, Danny.
Sure is. So probably not going to steal it. They may be close to this price.
But it's worth writing a cash offer. You never know.
Never know. Alrighty.
Leasehold Royal Kahana Studio. Zillow's gonna blow up on this one, bro. You
It
just
has
know it.
been all week. It has been
Yeah.
all week.
Yep. So that's why I'm just not a fan of the Zillow leads. They come in um, a bit more ignorant than I wish.
It's hard. You
And
see the price and you don't see all the info. 289 looks like a good price for a studio oceanfront, and then
it
you
sure
realize
does.
it's a leasehold and it has an extra 400 a month till
And you
2050.
only own it till 2050. Yep. I wouldn't be afraid of leasehold here though. Vast majority is all fee simple.
Not at
Here's another
Rotan.
one. Ponakawai East is weird too because there's some leasehold and then there's some fee simple. So 175 gets me a one bedroom, one bath, and then I pay fees of 1346. I got a special assessment of 150 bucks. The 1346 does pay for my electricity, 434 per lease rent. Danny, why are these not flying off the shelves to local people? This is the part that we've talked about. There is inexpensive opportunities to own on Maui, and yet they get passed up for various reasons. This is what makes me uncomfortable about what the county's trying to do and saying this is your solution, because this is what I deal with.
Yeah, that's a lot of money. Hard to get financing on. Limited options. Not everyone has 175
It's
cash laying around.
best note you're going to possibly get on this is 15, maybe a 20-year, just because of how mortgages work with leaseholds. Um, Leasehold expires 2047. Oh, no. So you got 22 years left on the lease. You're lucky if you get
Like a
you'll have to
10,
get a 15-year note on it. That'll make a 10-year. I mean,
like an
that's
arm.
an arm. You can't have
Yeah.
an arm. It's got to be fully amortized, paid off 5 years before the sever date.
There you go. So
Mhm.
limited options, and it'll sit longer.
Oh, fixer opportunity in Pakakalu. Pakakalu is up and coming, Danny. They're rebuilding it. You're
Yeah.
seeing the people come in, developers, flippers, what have you. But 520,000, probably gonna have to drop 200 in it unless, oh, and it's a bank owned. That's why the
Mm-hmm.
Kind's got it, Moffett. So yeah, we'll get blown up on that guy too. Probably very close to the ocean. Pakakalu's up and coming. You're gonna pay flood insurance there. That's just one of the caveats.
Very close
Linicona,
to
its
the ocean.
favorite. There it is. That is churches, and then big lefts are the surf spots that I surf there.
Blocked to
One
the
bedroom,
ocean.
one bath. Oh, Ho'ananea in Lahaina, 849, two bedroom, two bath. I'm in the burn zone and I'm pricing it like nothing happened. However, Ho'ananea does offer a garage, which makes that very unique. This is directly across the street, going north or south from the Foodland Farms. This is
So
built
this
by
one
D.R. Horton.
is actually a burned unit, Johnny. So it's
Oh,
in
so
construction.
selling new construction there, 849. Well, if you're going to do that, that's why maybe you're going to start out aspirationally.
Yep. New construction.
I mean, you pick up something 100 grand cheaper right in front at Opukea, and I say arguably Opukea is the more opulent of the two, the more luxurious. Same developer, but Ho'ananea does provide garages where Opukea doesn't. So Opukea lost a building too.
Hmm. So we'll watch this one. This will be interesting because there's a
Yeah,
few complexes around Lahaina that are in the rebuild
Kahoma,
stage, and yeah, we've
Opukea.
talked to a few clients that are in that situation that are like, should we sell now? Should we wait till it's rebuilt? Should we try to sell when it's when it's being rebuilt? Like, what is the strategy there? So these people are giving it a go, and we'll see what happens.
I don't know, man. Do you want to wait? And I don't like long escrows. They wiggle
I don't like long
all the time.
escrows.
They wiggle.
I don't know exactly what it's going to look like. Too many
Yeah.
question
So,
marks.
so this is perceived market value for Kaanapali Shores these days. Kaanapali Shores still continues to move. That definitely looks like the Aston vacation condo furniture package. $645, fees $13.52, pays for everything, water, sewer, trash, electricity. Definitely a condotel run by Aston. Lots of amenities. Walkable location in Honokawai. Got Times across the street. Lots of local restaurants. Got Duke's down the street. Can walk to it.
That's the jam.
Yep.
No views on that one.
Oh, Napili Shores, 1 bedroom, one
Oh,
bath.
she brought it back.
1945 for the fees here. 259 pays for the monthly special assessment. Did they just burn off some? Did I hold this
Yeah.
one open? They're just burning
Yeah,
off.
they just burned it off.
Yeah. I thought I was in a studio for some reason, but I wasn't. Huh? There it is.
So originally bought it for 540,
Yep.
relisted it at the beginning of the year, 799.
Yep.
Now burned off some days, 739.
We're fans of Napili Shores. You just got to bite the bullet with the fees. You could technically negotiate with the seller to pay it off if you would, but you continue to make the monthly special assessment the way they took out a loan. And you had a deadline of December last year if you wanted to pay it off in full. And if you didn't, then the loan payment is just stuck. So that's the scoop there. I've talked to the AOAO. They won't pay it off for you. So just an FYI there. That's why people are pulling back from the Peely Shores. Unfortunately, it's just the fees have become so much.
A lot of fees.
Even with
What
a
do you think this one
studio,
goes for? Do you think it goes sub 7?
I mean, it feels like they almost need to, man. I
Yeah.
mean, we sold our studio, no view, right? The ones that do have the direct ocean ones, I want to say that's H building, A building, some bit of B
F.
building, they and F. They sell because of that, or they did in the past. But yeah, I mean, I love Napili Shores. You don't have to worry about sea level rise. It's built on a rock cropping. There's tons of amenities, 2 restaurants, great location. Just got to eat the fees. Whoa, coming out the gates now at 385. So Paki Maui starting to come into that, can a local buy this and live there price range? 506, 385, one
And one
bedroom,
of the
one bath.
interior, one of the
Fees
grotto
just suck.
units.
Fees suck. 1384, 28.
Lots of carpet in there.
Yeah. Yep.
I think this has got to be closer to 3 to actually sell.
Paki Maui's always been kind of just different, like the way
Yeah.
it's sold. It's always been like the drop. Like, if you're really looking for the lowest price one, then you'd be paying attention to Paki Maui even when
Go
the
to
times
Paki
are
Maui.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
There's
a
a lot
cool
of,
concept, cool with all the crap in the middle there, but you just don't get a lot of views. And I think that's the holdback. And then the floor plan's funky.
it's a bit
That
funky in the floor
kitchen,
plan.
kitchen's trash.
There you have it. Polynesian Shores. This
There
one
you
moved
go.
fairly
This is
quick.
great,
550.
great, great
Good
community.
price.
One drop. If you're selling a TBR on the Minatoya list and put it in an escrow in 2 months, you're doing good.
Got them to dance.
That's it.
Got a little
Fees
special
still steep
assessment going
there.
on there too.
392 plus
1500 plus 392.
1489.
Oof.
Hopefully, guys, we're going to see what reverberated from Kahana Reef, where they were able to negotiate a lower cost for their insurance premium, and that did bring the price down. Maui Ranch Estates in Haiku, 2 acres, small house there, 45 days in at 980. It's in escrow.
It's a very interesting first picture.
Right. Just kind of letting you know what you're getting involved in, I guess.
It's an adventure.
Indeed. You're in the jungle and
Yeah.
you've got some questionable craftsmanship.
Wow. That was a rough looking opportunity, but someone's ready to make a go at it.
Bro, one thing local people are good at is being handy.
It is.
Same with the hippies.
You guys all know someone. Look at
Here
this
you
one.
go, guys. Started at
Aspirational
9.2.
pricing. Woo!
9.2 in Kuau on Kuau Bay. I'll get you 9.2, maybe. No, I didn't say 9.2. Market's tough. Market's
2
changed.
years they tried to sell this thing. So 2 years and $3.2 million less, you finally got your property sold.
Small lot, man.
Ouch.
0.24, little quarter acre. Hit the M there. Yeah, little rocky outcropping. I think it's right on Kuau Bay or Tavares Bay, one of the two. Yeah, there it
Right
is,
there.
Kewau Bay. All right. Kind
Yeah,
of
at the
kind
end.
of a flag lot that you have to get there. Yeah, you got to
Yep.
go by all those houses there, get in. A little cramped. 22 looks like maybe that was the Ohana in the past, maybe. But let me see the TMK. Maybe not. Maybe that's just a separate house.
I
Nope,
think it's separate.
it's all good. Anyway,
Yeah.
that's probably why. Yeah, I didn't see 3,000 a foot for that guy built back in 2000 in Kewau
Nobody
Bay,
else
but
seen
that's
it
just
either.
me. Here we go, oceanfront on Molokai, 715, cause whole different story over there.
Sure is. All right.
Ca-
Last but not
Cavella's
least.
Cavella's where it's the most
Oh,
developed. And here we go, Molokai once
just
again, 425 temporary off market.
so didn't sell. Lots of
But
land
that
on
you
Molokai
you
for
know what
sale.
though? That's the wharf right there, bro.
Yeah.
This is in
It's
town.
all conservation land though.
Yeah, 24 acres worth. That's why. And ag.
Not sure what you can actually do with it.
There it is.
There you
That's all
have it.
Monsanto Bayer.
Life on Maui is inconvenient, and yet many
Worth
people
it.
would choose it every single day. And yet, for some of you, that inconvenience might be enough for it to not make sense. And that's okay. Come visit. Come for your two
That's
weeks.
it.
Hang out
Yep.
with us. Come back the next year. Do it again. We'll always
Need
be
you.
here.
We're
Till next
grateful for
time,
you.
have a
Oh,
great weekend.
yo.
Check out the earlier episodes from this week. We had some good content, some interesting discussions, and a pretty cool deal of the week if you didn't check it out from Thursday. So check it out. If you have questions, hit us up. info@d2rhawaii.com. Drop us a comment or reach out to Johnny directly and grab a coffee or smoothie when you're on island.
Yeah, it's
Hui ho.